Oh, jeez. What happened? There it is. Come back. There it is. Okay. Hopefully it's streaming. So anyway, Arva Nerit. I'm not sure if that's Hebrew or what. Underscore 329 requested that I upload more Rainbow Six Three Raven Shield videos. Now, this is not one of my favorite of the Rainbow Six series. I much preferred Rogue Spear to Raven Shield for a number of reasons. Um, but, you know, it's not going to hurt me to fulfill Arva Nerit's request. Although I'm not going to be fiddling with the planning phase at all. Uh, if if you really wanted to see the full use of the Rainbow Six franchise's capabilities, that is, the old tactical titles, my father would have been a better candidate for that. Um, but I think he stopped playing tactical shooters because of his high blood pressure before streaming came along. Otherwise, you guys might have been blessed with some flawless playthroughs of the various missions in Rainbow Six 1 and Rogue Spear, and maybe even some Raven Shield, although he did not like this title much either because the team members kind of have a tendency to do their own thing after you give them orders, and he did not appreciate that his team members became liabilities to him. So anyway, so I'm probably gonna play like a lone wolf terrorist hunt because yeah, I'm not about getting into all the missions and executing them perfectly. I tended to just play terrorist hunt in these titles because they were the simplest, and it didn't require a lot of orchestration or coordination between the various teams and synchronization of orders and all that business. So anyway, let's see what we can do for you here. Oh yeah, and of course I don't have all these missions unlocked. So I guess oil refinery may be the only thing I can do. Oh, we've got some others here. Okay. Let's see, streets. I love City Street Large. That map is just a classic. So, it just brings me back to when uh, my dad and I experienced City Street Large in Rogue Spear for the first time, and the improved AI just kind of blew our minds. So you're only allowed to have one attachment in this game? I guess that was more than maybe other games where the entire weapon came ready-made, even in mods. Yeah, and the pistol selection in this title was pretty bad. I mean, Desert Eagles, really? Um, AP Army? I guess that's supposed to be the FN57. Anyway, I'll just give Ding the 92 FS. Let's see. Could give her the Tavor. Suppressed. And I forget, is he German? Yeah, German. So he can have an HK. Come on, HK. G36K is a good choice. And then the Mark 23. And this guy is Belarusian. So probably an AK-74. And then for a pistol, I don't think there's really good representation for any Russian arms in this game. So he can just use the P228. What happened? Did everybody else get the Beretta? What's she got? Like, she'd probably be using a Glock. Um, there's not really anything for Russians as far as pistols. And then Kazimiera Rakuzanka, she could do with a regular AK-47, but the SR2, that's Russian. I don't know if I'd trust it though. The CC61 is... That's Czech. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll give her the AK-47. And again, there's not really anything. And Antonio Maldini can have the... I don't think there are any Beretta arms. This thing, I can't believe this thing has been used as much as it has in Rainbow Six games. That thing's atrocious, the M82. Do they have history on that thing? It doesn't say anything about nationality. They've even got a Chinese arm in here. Well, I guess there are some Chinese operatives. I could give them the SPAS 12. That's Italian, but it's not quiet. Oh, the VSS. Yeah, but they've got that down as a sniper rifle, which, yeah, it's an urban sniper rifle, but... oh, and they do have the USAS-12 in this game. That's nice. So, anyway, Antonio Maldini is getting the M12 with a suppressor. And the Beretta. Alright, so save a plan. This, I don't know. That's Streets. Dream Team. Alright. Oh, what happened here? I thought, oh, maybe that's give it to... Oh, the entire team. That's why. Okay, so... primary mags and frags. And now we're good. Okay, and save a plan. Yeah. And... yep, and now these guys. And... save a plan. Alright, so...
Contact.
how do I switch to the next team? Where is the other team? Where's my other team? And there's no...
Contact. Tango down.
And there's no ADSing in this game.
Threat neutralized.
I can barely see the reticle.
Tango down. Man down.
Hostile down. Contact. Threat eliminated. Tango down.
I gotta do something about that crosshair. Can I do that now? I can barely see that crosshair. Graphics. I don't think there's a way to do anything about that. That's not great, man, because there's no ADSing in this game that I can see.
Hostile neutralized.
Is he trying to sneak up? Why is he... I thought I gave everybody frags.
Threat down.
Thought I waxed one of my team members there. Why does he have a saw? What the hell happened to my plan? Why would I need to load a plan when I was in the plan? Where? This is not my team. What the fuck is going on? Go to the team room. First of all, load a plan. Dream team. Here they are. I wonder if this has something to do with like the text file reading problems that developed with later versions of Windows on this franchise. Load a plan. Go to the planning room. There's my two teams. Go to the execute mission room. What does this button do? Quick play. Oh. If I go here and I load a plan, you would think that the next button would be to execute the plan. Like, quick play should be before all this planning bullshit. Quick play should be over here on the left, not the right.
Man down! Man down!
Now you piss me off.
Threat down.
Eat shit. Took out 2 guys just like that. Because of the spawn.
Hostile down. Hostile neutralized. Reform on me.
There. It's the same button as what I thought.
Threat neutralized. Threat down.
It's almost... I like how they added a door right there. That was a good move.
Hostile neutralized. Man down.
Tango neutralized.
Tavor and a USAS-12.
Threat neutralized. Hostile down.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Hostile neutralized.
Mission completed.
Huh.
Reform on me.
There's got to be a way to ADS because I can't look down the scope.
Tango neutralized.
Threat eliminated.
Threat down. Man down. Hostile down. Threat down. Hostile down. Threat down.
One more step.
Hostile neutralized.
Hello?
Tango down.
remember now that the tangos, some of them sound like Tramp, the insult comic dog, in this one.
Hostile down.
Mission completed.
Contact. Contact. Hostile down. Man down. Lost the man! Contact. Man down. Reform on me.
This guy used all his ammo.
Contact.
Hostile eliminated.
Man down! Man down! Threat eliminated. Contact. Threat neutralized. Contact. Contact. Tango down. Contact. Hostile neutralized. Hostile down. Open door. Open it. Yes, sir.
What was that? I'm getting...
Threat down. Threat neutralized. Move out. Move out. Hostile
Mission
down.
completed.
Well, here I am talking with a muted mic. Yeah, so this game was not my favorite. One reason is that the Unreal Engine apparently had some problem where you couldn't have doors with windows in them. So it was very unlike the Korean Rogue Spear missions, where you had ample use of glass all over. just sheets and sheets of plate glass, and it was fantastic. And then and then they push this title, and the maps are cramped. The doors never have any windows in them. It's just, I mean, it was definitely a Rainbow Six title, and it was tactical, but it it just wasn't it for so many reasons. I mean, it's fair to say it wasn't as bad as Rainbow Six Lockdown, which there were aspects of Lockdown that I really liked because it was easy to mod, like Rogue Spear was. And I liked how they gave an um, uh, proper accent to each of the operators in Lockdown. But Lockdown was ridiculous in that, um, like the AI, the friendly AI couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. So, in my personal opinion, Rogue Spear was the peak of the Rainbow Six franchise. Vegas and Vegas 2 were good, but they were actiony. You know, they were cinematic, actiony, not very tactical. I mean, you had 1,000 terrorists in Las Vegas. I'm just estimating based on the number of tangos that I shot in each chapter of the story, I think it was. So you had 1,000 terrorists in Las Vegas, and nobody in the federal government knew anything about it, right? It was just kind of ridiculous. Like, like none of them were talking to any of the hookers in Reno, Nevada, or to any of the dancing girls on the strip. You know, but then they had the conversations that they had in Rainbow Six Vegas with each other. Yeah, I just think Rogue Spear was the best of the Rainbow Six franchise. Um, you know, it got to the point where SWAT 4 became more of a Rainbow Six experience than Rainbow Six was. And now it's Ready or Not, 0 Hour. What's this new one? SWAT Commander. So you've got these SWAT titles that are more Rainbow Six than Rainbow Six was. You know, I would have liked to have seen like a grittier direction for Rainbow Six, where you know you basically had the protection of being under the umbrella of the CIA, I think it was, and the team could just go wet on all the bad guys. Which, I mean, you can do that in Rainbow Six, but I mean, I would have preferred larger maps with actual insertion and extraction modes. And just teams just going in and frickin' laying waste to the tangos. Just to I don't know. Anyway, and then what Ubisoft has done with Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege started out as a great idea, and the innovations that it brought were awesome. I wasn't crazy about how the liberal use of full automatic fire in order to blow holes in walls and stuff. I certainly didn't mind the idea of blowing a hole in a wall, but the reason that you would blow a hole in a wall is so that you could go through the wall. And I'm not sure how much of that actually happened. I think you may have had to use something. I mean, I think it may have been possible in Rainbow Six Siege, but the direction it took with all the unicorns and the rainbows and shit, it was just a mockery of Tom Clancy's IP. Just fucking stupid, dude. I mean, the French should stick to fucking making croissants or something, because that was utter shit, what they've done to it. So, I'm done here. So, I hope this, you know, scratched your itch, Arvanerit 329, but I'm not going to be playing a whole lot more of this because I just don't I don't like it. You know, it's okay, but I've got other games in my library that are better for CQB than this one.